Hey, this is Josh High, broker at Swift Home Mortgage, and here are your Thursday 3 tips. First tip, who has the best VA product out there? So VA loans, they're pretty much all the same when it comes to guidelines. Some banks and credit unions might have overlays, or maybe they charge more, or maybe they do things a little bit differently from institution to institution. But I can gladly and boldly say right here in front of everybody that I know that we have the best option when it comes to veterans in Florida. Time and time again, we get these veterans in for lower rates, much lower cash to close, and better overall terms than they're seeing from their big national competitors, the credit unions that they're used to on base, the people that they work with for their insurance, different institutions that they deal with. I know that we beat these things every day, and if you're really truly honest about wanting to save your veteran buyers money and set them up for a great mortgage over the next 10, 20, 30 years, you should go ahead and make a stop with a local mortgage broker. We have exactly everything that all these big institutions have to offer, but we can do it cheaper, faster, and with more transparency. So give us a try and let me prove it to you. Tip number 2, millennials. So we hear about millennials in the market and how they're, saddled with student loan debt and how they don't pay for this and they don't buy this. Well, I'm kind of a millennial. I'm pretty close in that age range. And I'll tell you that there's a lot of millennials out there who are a lot more qualified than they think they are. A big percentage of our business is coming from that millennial demographic. And I think that a lot of people have that false belief that maybe they have too many student loans, maybe they haven't worked long enough to qualify, maybe they can't afford this payment or whatever there is. But we find that many times when we dig into their situation with them and actually put their numbers on paper, that they have more money, they can afford more payment than they think they can. And as long as they're working, they got the cash to put down, they can do it. So they're a lot more qualified than they think they are. If you have people in your database or if you have shoppers out there looking, get them to a trusted lending professional who can get in there and really answer those questions and make sure that either they're going to be approved or they're going to have to do some work to get approved. One way or another, we need to be looking at those a lot more closely and make sure that we can get them to the table. Third tip, manufactured homes. So being in Polk County and Eastern Hillsborough and Pasco, there's a ton of properties out there under the manufactured home property type. So this is a great option for people who want land, who might not be able to spend enough or might not want to spend enough to get into a single family home on a lot or a big piece of property, or maybe they want horses or RVs or ATVs or something like that. So it's a really good market, and a lot of these homes are actually able to be qualified under conventional FHA and VA guidelines. So the biggest tip that I can give on this is don't just take a chance at who's going to do the financing on these manufactured homes. Go with somebody that you know does those manufactured homes and has actually started from application to close and gotten these things done. We've been doing these for about 4 or 5 years now, and we do a couple a month, and we have a really good system to get people over all the extra hurdles and inspections and things that come up in this process and make it a much more stress-free closing experience than you would typically run into with somebody who has no idea what they're doing. There's a lot of landmines and pitfalls that come along with a manufactured home, and if you know what to look for, you don't have to go through all that stress, and you don't have to blow any closing dates. So those are your 3 tips. If you have any questions at all, give us a call, 813-606-4255. Have a good day.